This flight was in complete compliance with FAA regulations. The drone was less than 250 grams in weight. It took place at least 2 miles off any main road. Visual line of sight was observed by setting the max distance to 400 feet and the max altitude to 120 feet. There were no buildings or people in this video. It was not recorded in any restricted airspace. There were no other aircraft in the area, and no emergencies were going on. The video is not monetized or commercialized, and I have never used any type of alcoholic beverages. At this point, the drone is about 80 feet high and overlooking that road. Now, that road is not the primary road. This is a secondary or tertiary road leading to Jean Dry Lake. Still, there are no vehicles on that road. Now I'm pushing the joystick to raise the drone a little bit higher. And remember, my limit was 120 feet. Now I'm doing a yaw maneuver to turn the drone around on its vertical axis. Jean Dry Lake is in the distance. As you can see, those puffs of dust are due to the ATVs out there. Then continuing to do a yaw maneuver, 360 degrees, we're looking to the south now. Back to Jean Dry Lake. Now moving slightly forward and a little bit higher in elevation. Then using the little wheel to move the camera manually to the downward position. And then back up to a more horizontal position, raising the drone a little bit higher. And the advantage in all of this is that if you're out in the middle of the desert and you need to find out where you are or who's around you or what predators may be out there, this gives you a chance to look over the lay of the land. which is the major reason why I purchased this device anyway. Now we are descending and then doing a yaw maneuver and then looking around. And now I'm going to go up a bit more and then straight out across the desert. And at this road that's coming up, all of a sudden the drone will just stop on its own, because as you'll recall, I had a 400 feet distance limitation, and the drone obeyed that. After this, I tested the automatic return home button. So the drone first goes up to the max altitude, then by itself does a yaw maneuver and turns around towards the direction of home. And then starts its descent, approaching the same area from which it took off. Now, because of that burst of dust that occurred on takeoff, I didn't want to get any more dust into the drone. So what I did was I captured the drone with my hand, as you'll see coming up next. I got it to about this height, and I turned off the return home mechanism and then just let it settle into my hands. And that is my first flight.